one of the most talked about topics when you watch anybody on YouTube, whether it's a gardener, electrician, painter and decorator, anybody who's self-employed, sole trader. This is probably the worst thing we have to put up with. Because the thing is, what do? You have a choice. You can either fuck them off and lose work, or just put up with it. And that's the thing. It's not just one or two people. It seems to be becoming more and more common now that people are paying late. I know money is tight, but for fuck's sake, I'm not a fucking bank. It really, really pisses me off. I've got one guy who owes me nearly 800 quid. It's like, I can't afford that. And the thing is, the reason why I'm doing this video is because yesterday we were talking to one of our customers. Now, she pays always the following day, but the software that we use doesn't always catch it. I said to her, if you use the reference, oh, I can't use the reference, because she's an elderly woman. She's 80 years old, over. You know, she can't use technology like that. She doesn't even use backs. She rings up the bank and it's all automated. So, you know, and she frets because she gets a reminder. The thing is, I'm going to send a blanket text to literally everybody and just say, we insist that you pay on time. We have customers who pay on time, and because we have to set up reminders, they're getting very flustered because they think they haven't paid, and they have. It's not fair on those who have paid. It's not fair on us. So please fucking pay on time. Well, I won't put it like that. I'll get ChatGPT to write it for me, because here's the thing. I have no idea how to word. I know what I want to say. It's like this. You know, if I put what I say through ChatGPT and then able to actually read it out as naturally as I can, I'd probably get about 1 billion views. You know, I'd probably be one of the top influencers. He says with a stupid smile. But, you know, because I don't know how to say things, it comes out daft. But it's so fucking infuriating that these people just, you know, oh, I'll pay in a bit, oh, I'll pay in a bit. It's like, no, you pay. Fucking, I mean, I have one guy, he'll come out and say, all right, morning, oh, I'm off to Spain. I've got to go to Gibraltar. And I'm thinking, oh, that's lovely, that. I'm not going to be paid now for a couple of weeks, am I? He's like, there, why not fucking pay there? I'm working. I've never gone away and said to him, oh, it's cheaper because of the fact that we were there less, or it's more expensive because we were there for more time. It's a swings and roundabouts. Sometimes it's slightly less and sometimes it's slightly more. But more often than not, it's on time. We leave on time. It's a set time, set price, job done. No need to fuck about. Just fucking pay us there and then. It's not rocket science. I mean, I have one customer, I'll set up a standing order, and, you know, they pay automate. It's all automated. They don't even have to worry about it. Fucking brilliant. Why can't everybody else do that? We don't alter our prices. We don't change it just because, you know, they're saying, oh, can you just do this? You know, if it's a small little thing, it doesn't bother us. Kind of does, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be an extra £10 because they've just asked us just to put that bag in the bin. What I'm saying is that our prices don't fluctuate, so why not just fucking pay us? It's as simple as that. I mean, all right, you know, you've got companies out there who probably own. I mean, my accountant, she's average is about, you know, a couple of thousand, 3,000, 4,000 that she's owed. Me, I'm just over £1,000. But I'm on minimum wage here. Literally, I'm not fucking lying. I'm on minimum wage. I haven't earned as much as I should have done because of the bad summer, bad start to this year, and health. I'm literally on minimum wage. So I could really, really do without some twats paying me late. It just fucking annoys me. Anyway, let's get off that topic. You can switch off now. I've had my rant. I know that's all you come for. I'll talk about me. I don't know. There's nothing else I really want to talk about. I just needed to get that off my chest. It's just yesterday she was getting really, really irate. I was talking to her, and she's, well, I can't pay that. I can't pay. I phoned up the bank. I can't pay. I can't put an invoice number. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I've thought about paying cash, but I can't pay cash because I've got to make sure I've got the cash in. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I just says, just ignore the reminders. If you have paid, ignore the reminders. Because the thing is, as well, if they pay on a Friday, sometimes our bank won't even register it till Monday, and the software will automatically, if it's a day late, because I'm constantly having to badger our customers, because if it's a day late, they start getting daily, not every so often, but daily reminders. They basically get spammed, because I'm fucking sick of people just dragging their knuckles, dragging their feet behind them, whatever you want to call them, whatever the phrase is. See, I told you I'm no good at speaking. I don't know what else I can do. I really don't, but I'm just going to send a message to all my customers and say, due to the fact that we have a lot of people late paying, it has a significant impact on our business because we can't afford to buy supplies. Also, we have customers who do pay and get reminders when there's no need. So we insist our customers fucking pay. It's not rocket science. I'm not a fucking bank. I can't afford to lend money out. Do you know, the reason why I have the camera now facing forwards is because I'm always hopeful I might catch some numpty. I mean, the other day I nearly did, because it's my defensive driving that means that you don't get to see it. The other day when I was driving, it's the 42 roundabout, isn't it? They were going down to the A5, that's where they should have done, but instead they cut in front of me. But because I could see them, I'm watching them, I'm careful, you wouldn't even notice, he says. So how's my book coming on? Well, I'm probably about halfway through now. Well, I say halfway through because originally it was in two parts. Basically, two universes. There's Universe 1 and Universe 2. It's a sci-fi, kind of. And I'm not sure. I think I'm going to end it on Universe 1. I don't know. I really don't know. It's bigger than I expected. But the thing is, I was talking to one of my customers yesterday, and I want people to read it so I know whether it's worth them a while. Well, just so that people can just read it, really, that's all. Just so that I could say, you know, somebody's actually read the story and maybe get a little bit of feedback. Is it worth my while trying to publish it? I have no idea. The thing is, it's like down to a confidence thing. I mean, if I did publish it and, you know, I did sell a few copies, it would be really, really nice. I mean, I know you could publish it on Amazon and it doesn't cost you anything. And I think if I send it to a publisher, because I'm going to have it properly checked through by somebody who knows English. It's all good and very well using AI to get it written down, but at least it's written down to a point that somebody who can polish it, whatever you want to call it, somebody can read it and correct anything. At least then it's done by a human who knows what they're doing, whereas like AI, yeah, it does a good job, it does a better job than I can. But I don't know, do I really want to bother doing tutorials on how I did it? I've not seen anything like that, you know, AI tutorials, how to write a book with AI. Because the problem is, it's like, you can say, write me a story about a truck driver who was tailgated by a car and he gets really irate and turns out the truck driver is a mad murderer. You know, and then they come out with this story, and that's not what I'm doing. I am literally writing it out in my own words. Once upon a time, there was a truck driver. He was a psychopath. He was a lonely, sad old man wearing a kilt. You know,
And then ChatGPT will go, that sounds a bit like a child has written that. Let's write it how an adult would write it. I couldn't even say how it was supposed to be written if I did write that. So, you know, but that's how I do it. I'm not telling it to write a story. I'm writing a story and I'm telling it to, well, first of all, I do a spelling mistake and punctuation and grammar and all that kind of thing. I just do that kind of pass. It reads better. And then I'll do another pass and I say, not too keen on this sentence. Can you give me 3 variables? So it's still my words, but it just gives me a better way of saying it. It's actually really interesting. And then sometimes it'll say, well, because it knows the story now, and it'll say, and I'm just giving it information. I'm always giving it information about the story and how it's unfolding and how it's going to unfold. And it'll give me ideas on how it could unfold. Most of the time it's way out, but it inspires me. You know, it's like you're a musician and you're sitting there and you're just trying to come up with a new rhythm or something. So what you do, you listen to some music to be inspired. You're not copying their music, you're just being inspired by it, and that's basically what I do. And that's why a lot of the storyline has changed, because I've been inspired. I've thought about it. I thought, this would be a good idea. Oh, chapter 1 never even mentioned that. I can understand why plot holes exist. It's because a writer will write stuff, especially in the old days. It'd be a lot more difficult to find them. But you write something. I don't know. Malcolm got up in the morning and he climbed into his blue car, and then a couple of chapters down the line, it needs to be a red car now. I'm going to have to change it to a red car because of whatever reason. So you change it to a red car, and then there's a plot hole, isn't there? Well, hold on a minute. I thought it was blue. Example. Whereas you can just go to AI and say, right, look at all my chapters. Can you see any plot holes? Most of the time, it'll find them. There are odd ones that it doesn't. So you have to reread yourself anyway. So. I've just done chapter 13. 13 chapters, and each one contains roughly about 10 pages. That's mental. 130 pages. Coming from a village idiot like me, yeah, I knew I'd lose my watches as soon as I started talking about my book. Right, you're going to miss all this now. I'm going to start moaning again. Do you know, I saw them down here, just in all that litter there in the bags. I saw them down there, and the thing is, it's like, I was thinking about it, and yeah, it's probably a social thing for a lot of these people, because I think they're called cool pickers or something. It's a group of people who meet up and then they go out litter picking. The thing is, it's like, it's so bad now, litter. It's unbelievable. It's just literally everywhere. Literally. When I was a kid, there weren't that much. It's fast food and plastic bottles. I mean, I think in my day it was cigarette butts. They were the most thing. But I mean, even you go to a park. Go to a local park. Not that I go to it very often, but you walk through and it's like shit everywhere. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, at the bottom of our street, there's these little alcove bushes. Now, when I was a kid, I remember playing in the bushes. I used to build dens and stuff like that. And you couldn't do that nowadays. So I was looking in these bushes, and there was like so many cans and rubbish. It was unbelievable. It's like somebody just got a whole wheelie bin and just tipped it up. It makes me smile, because these people go on about rats and stuff like that. Oh, they're vermin, they are. They're vermin. Don't like them, dirty vermin. I'm thinking, you're fucking worse, you are. I mean, I knew somebody who would say that. Lived opposite us, he hated foxes. He used to like, oh, they're going to eat me baby. Fuck off, you twat.
In fact, he's in my book. Yeah, he's it's slightly changed, obviously, but he was a fucking arsehole. He was. He used to stand there, really thin and six-pack and everything, you know. Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? Stinking of weed. Fucking scum. When he first moved into that flat and started causing problems, I should have just fucking belted him one. So that's a problem with me. I'm not a violent person. I just don't like violence. I don't like anything like that. If anything, if I'm up against anybody like that, more often than not, I kneel down, put my hands behind my back and say, if you're going to do it, just do it. Go on, prove how hard you are. It's somebody who's kneeling down with their hands behind the back. More often than not, that shuts them up, because it's like, oh, okay, I can't hit him because he's... One of these days I'll do that and some psychopath will just knock me out. I did have somebody who's right in my face going, oh, you better not mess with me, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. I'm thinking, I nearly turned around to him and said, do you not mean, are you... See, told you, I can't get my words out. Do you mean you're a psychopath? Paranoid just means I'm talking about you, and you're fucking right, everybody's talking about you, you're a twat. He's going, slamming his fist in his hands, saying, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. He's so thick he even got that wrong. So I was watching Neighbours from Hell. There's really old programmes, Neighbours from Hell, and I was watching this one family, and I'm thinking, that's the thing, it's all relative, because they just do not have the mental capacity to understand what they are doing. It is absolutely pointless talking to some of these people, because they just do not have that mental capacity. They just don't. And the problem is like you kind of judge people by your own standards. That is a sad truth. And when you can see when you're doing I say that, I'm about to say, when you can see you're doing something wrong, you normally sort of question it. No. Most people don't. Most people can't see when they're doing something wrong. I do. I know when I do something wrong. But, you know, a lot of people don't. But some people do. And so they judge it and they think, well, can they not see how bad that looks? No, they can't. They cannot see, because they just don't have that mental capacity. They believe that the way they are is normal, but it ain't. It ain't. What sort of language is that? Oh, there's something that's infuriating with ChatGPT. I have to literally go through the whole lot, because it doesn't use contractions. It's like data, you know. I do not do that. He would not listen. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't listen. Please do not do that. No, don't do that. That's what it is. Shoot him in the face, he swallows a bullet, and then he spits it out and says, don't do that. Not, he does not, do not do that. Even a robot says, don't do that. You don't know what I'm on about, then, well, don't worry about it, because I don't. Oh, nearly. So, I'm at the hall today, and I've got a weekend off. Got some work booked in. There's a job up here, it's an awkward one, because I can't really see what needs doing. I mean, if he was there, it'd be easier to quote, but he wasn't there, so I don't know what he actually wants. So he's basically got some conifers, and I think the one is leaning, but I don't think it's become a leaning conifer. I think that's just how it's grown. I've looked at where the base is, and it doesn't look like it's lifted or anything. If it was lifted, I'd say to him, get a tree surgeon, because it's too big for me to do. Not only that, if it's lifted, it means that it could spring back or anything like that. A tree surgeon will be able to do something like that. Not me. I've dealt with trees where the root ball is lifted, and it springs back. You start cutting it, and obviously the weight of it is pulling it over. You cut it, and then it just suddenly snaps and swings back at you. You've got to be really, really careful.
So, but I don't think it is. I think that's just how it's grown. But I said to him, about 100 to 200 quid, because it's just so much waste. I've got to try and get rid of it all. So I just said between 100 and 200, and I said to him, look, if I cut these branches, you're going to have a significant gap, and it'll never grow back. And he says, oh, I'll have a look. So I think it's more, I'll have a look because of the price. But it's like, I have no idea. And I'd rather say between 100 and 200 rather than say 200 quid and then him say, well, you only were here for half an hour. Well, yeah, but look at all the waste. Because that's the thing, it's the waste to get rid of. It was 80 quid a bloody van load. Actually, it's 90 quid now, really. I don't know, to be honest. But I have to account for that. I have to account for the cost of waste. Why shouldn't I? I know I'll recycle it, but it makes no difference. They've got a load of roadworks up here, and I'm really, really hoping they ain't blocked the road. So we're starting to book work in now on Mondays. It's always slow on a Monday this time of year. Start getting people calling in and saying, can you tidy my garden? Yes, I can do a garden tidy. Oh, when can you come round and have a look? Well, it'd be probably Monday or Tuesday, depending. Oh, I wanted it done sooner. Can you not do it sooner? Well, why didn't you call sooner? I don't know who Sooner is. Have you got their number? No, I don't. Next time somebody says, can you do it sooner? I'll say, yes, I can do it, and stop calling me Sooner. Yeah. I'm going to bore you again now. I was talking to Sam about my book, and the thing is, because it's quite sad, isn't it? It's kind of like a love story, and this character meets somebody, and the thing is, it's like me and Sam, we have our moments where we're having a really, I mean, literally a belly laugh. And the thing is, I don't know many people who do that. You know, I mean, a real belly laugh. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I seem to have that effect on people. I think they just look at me and think, what the fuck are you? No, you know, we've had a bit of a laugh down here. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I hope I can get through. Oh, I can. See, my fear was that we're going to block it here all the way around. I did say to him, if they block the road, just let me know. Every now and again, we could be in absolute hysterics. How do you write that in a book? Health sort of feel to it. You know, I don't want it all depressing, because it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to say, look, there is a light at the end of the tunnel or whatever. And you know, but I want to portray parts where they're having a bit of a laugh and stuff like that. Even if he goes out with his mates and stuff like that, and he has a bit of there's another thing that I've put in the book, where her friends are more supportive, whereas his friends aren't. Because that's how it is. It's like, I don't get any support from my friends. To be honest, Sam doesn't either, from her friends. But there are people out there who have so much support with their friends, and that's the thing, it's relative, isn't it? It's like, you know, we can all live in different universes. I mean, I've got nobody watching at the moment, but there's somebody watching this, and they've probably got really great friends, good circle of friends, and you know, they have no clue what it's like to have people who just constantly bring them down. I've pretty much lost all contact with most of my friends because of it, because, yeah, I had one friend, I could have a really, really good belly laugh. I mean, to the point where I think, I'm going to end up killing this guy from a heart attack. But the downside is that he's got such a vicious tongue. You say something, even if it's... I have no filter, and sometimes I say things and it comes out wrong.
Nothing nasty, but it can be so fucking vindictive. An example, I was doing some gardening work, and I'm not fussed if he's watching this. I was doing some gardening work, and I was helping him out. Now, I like to do things thoroughly. It's just how I work. Sometimes here I have to say to him, am I being too thorough? And he goes, no, I like thorough. It takes me a while, but it's a job well done. And so I'm digging over this border and I'm doing it really thorough. He's grabbing weeds or stuff from where he was and chucking them on mine, saying, you're making us look bad. And so I can't help it if you're gardeners, cowboy gardeners. I only meant it as a joke, but oh God, he didn't laugh like, he really hated that. And he says, well, I've already proved I'm a better man than you. And then he looked down at his daughter, because I can't have kids. He just thought that'd be a nice thing to say to someone. And I'm thinking, you fucking bastard. And that's the kind of support I get, just because, of a joke that he took in the wrong way. And I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I was doing a better job than he was, and he's supposed to be the gardener and I wasn't. And I also think that sometimes he put me down because I would talk to him about stuff and he hadn't got a clue what I was talking about. Who knows? I have no idea. But yeah, I try and talk to my sister, and my sister's like a competition. If I'm not doing very well, she's doing worse. If I'm doing brilliantly, she's doing better. If I'm rich, she's richer. If I'm poor, she's poorer. It's always a competition with her. So, these are the kind of people I've been surrounded by. So I just sort of... There was a friend, and unfortunately they took something I said wrong, and I haven't spoken to them since, which is really frustrating, because they were more like the person I'm writing, his friend, in the book I'm writing, because, yeah, alright, they were honest, but they were never vindictive. I mean, they were my best man in the wedding, and he said I'm like the weather. He says you get everything in one day: rain, sun, snow, thunder, everything. And it is true. It's not nasty, it is true. I could be up and down like a yo-yo. That's just how my personality is. Sometimes I could be really, really happy, and then all of a sudden, bang, I've gone. I'm not bipolar, I'm not schizophrenic or anything like that. It's just I have really bad mood swings. It's just something will trigger me and just send me on a spiral downwards. And I can't help it. I can't snap out of it. I find it really, really difficult to get out of it. But the thing is, if you get me on a good day, we can have such a good laugh. And I think that's why we were good friends, because we could have such a good laugh. But but they were the only person really in my whole circle of friends that were actually supportive. And I do miss not talking to them. Anyway, I'm going to go. See you in another life, brother.